And we should be live. Happy Sunday, everybody. I think we're a couple minutes early. I said I was starting at 11 today, but I think it's like 10:55. Albert, happy Sunday. There were a few people in here early, so Albert, Interbert, Sis Tech 911 Tim, awesome. Good morning. Let me know if you guys could hear me. Actually, I'm gonna tweet this because I never tweet my live streams. How the heck do I do this? Ooh. Doesn't look like I'm under my channel. How the heck am I under that one? Weird. Give me one sec here. There we go. Okay, let me find the share link for this. Share, copy, Twitter, and then we'll get started live on YouTube. Oop. All right, let me bring the comments up. David, good morning. How's it going? So you guys could hear me. Greeting, Luke from Jamaica. Awesome. John, how's it going? Jose, Tim, Frederick, Richard. Good morning. It's a little cold here in Ontario today. I think it's only about 1 Celsius, maybe. Ali, good morning. How's it going? Is this time better for everybody? 11 a.m. I used to do it at 11 a.m. all the time, and then I started kind of doing it at 10 a.m. Just because I was getting busy, but I could probably just schedule it every week for 11. Donald from Florida. I'm going to be looking maybe at some houses in Florida to see as an investment property. As I love Florida as well. Cajoling tech. What is 1990? We'll talk about that YouTube comment. It's pretty funny. I mean, it is what it is. We'll go over that though. Nakju, good morning from Denmark. Tony, I think that's your name. Let's see. This time is much better. Okay, so we'll stick with 11 a.m. I just wake up so early in the morning. Even if I have nothing to do, I wake up so early in the morning, and then I'm just kind of waiting to live stream. So we'll see. Yeah, I don't know. The place, we just like Florida, so maybe buy a condo there or buy a house. We'll see. From Puerto Rico, awesome. Good morning. We use Celsius. We don't use Fahrenheit in Canada. My little brother's here as well, so he may end up popping in through the door eventually at some point. But right now he's in bed still, so who knows. Eric, how's it going? From Norway, wicked. So this is a good time for US, awesome. Timothy, good morning. You made it today, yeah. So I started, a little later today, or normal time. But we'll book it for 11 a.m. I think there's actually right off the bat, there's more people in here already, so this time seems to work better for a couple people. Been here for 23 years. Check out the area just north of Clearwater. Where were we? We were in Orlando because we went to Disney and stuff like that. I think I've only been to Orlando. We were in Miami for one day before we took our cruise, and Miami wasn't bad. And that's Queen Bee. That's who I'll be purchasing it with if we do buy down there. And it's a birthday tomorrow, so say happy birthday to Queen Bee. Actually, I'll show you what we did. We did a couple things yesterday for her birthday. I think I have it pulled up here. I'm gonna try not to. So this is my little brother.
How you doing?
This is my little brother getting his pedicure done. We got that's me right there getting my nails done. But it's his first time going for like a toenail spa type thing. So he was laughing quite a bit. What else? Oh god, that picture. That's Chantel and Tristan. That's true. Then we went axe throwing. I don't know if other places in the world have axe throwing. I'm sure they do as a sport. So really, you're just throwing these little hatchets at these boards right there. Oh crap! I don't want to show those ones. Hold on a sec. There was one of me throwing it. Give me a minute. I thought there was anyway. It wasn't the best throw. I didn't get a bullseye. Sorry for the noise. Here we go. Now watch this. I'm a master. I didn't get bullseye, but I got pretty close. I think I got 1 or 2 bullseyes, and that was it. But axe throwing is pretty fun. Okay. We need to see your kitties. I don't know where they are right now. I think they're in bed still. Anything special for... We'll get into the 6.5.51 shortly. It's 5 p.m. there. Oh, and awesome. Yeah, it's a little bit later for people in the UK. Good morning from Nashville. Yeah, you will need Fahrenheit when you hit... Yeah, so I think around 72. I thought that was room temperature, maybe. You're 300 yards off the Gulf of Mexico. Nice. Too hot in our... Yeah, so the times that we would go to Orlando would be like our winter time. I think that would be Florida summertime. I'm not too sure. Open or enclosed racks. That's a difficult one because I like these style. They're the open frame. Try to get a good picture of them. I use these 8U racks quite a bit. They're pretty much no name, but they're... What is it? It's like this rack right here. It'll ever load. So it's this 8U style of rack that I like personally, but everybody, it depends on your use for it, right? Lakewood Ranch, Florida. I'll have to check it out. Eric, hey Cody, do you have any snow yet? We don't have any snow, but I think it was maybe supposed to snow today. Not too sure. Hey Born, how's it going from the UK? I'm pretty sure it's supposed to snow today or in the next few days, which I'm not looking forward to because it's never fun. Yeah, it's never fun driving in the snow. Is it? Not yet. Let's actually, we could check that, the weather network. See. Gonna pull up where I am. What in the heck? There we go. So it's gonna rain today. Oh, that's not good. I don't want it to snow. That's one thing I don't want, but I don't even... Oh, 14-day forecast. I don't even know where the... Okay, here we go. So it's gonna snow on Friday. Less than one... Ooh, there's a lot of snow on next Sunday. 5 centimeters, which isn't a crazy amount. We usually get like 15, 20 centimeters, but even driving in that, if you don't have winter tires on, is a nightmare. Crap. Whoops, I gotta reload Jed. My bad. Pop it out here. All right, there we go. Last zero temp was 4 years ago. I don't mind the cold. I just don't like the snow. That's one, because driving in it isn't fun. So we will check out the new Unify update. That's something that we'll take a look at. I forget what else I was going to talk about today. I don't really have... I could talk about the job that I just finished up. That was a very difficult job and wasn't overly fun. Whatever, it was a job. So 6.5.51, so we'll look over that and some of the good things that came out in that firmware update. Gordon, good afternoon. Yeah, I'm really busy right now. So I was planning on taking off this week, or not this, the majority of the week coming up, but unfortunately I'm pretty much booked now. Not unfortunately, it's always good to have work, but I need some time off too. Jim, good morning. Yeah, so I did this job. I think I posted a few pictures of it. So I was working on this on Friday. Holy moly, where is it? Yeah, so I don't know why I say we. So I was at this one job on Friday. This is kind of what it looks like. There was supposed to be about 24 to 30 cable drops, and the majority of them were supposed to be existing drops. I quoted the job. It was going to be X amount of dollars. They needed it to be done like ASAP because they just had some things going on. Anyway, most of the cables were actually Cat 3 cables that we needed at those locations, and you can't use that for data. I mean, you could get 10 megabits per second out of it, maybe. So we ended up having to run 16 cables, reusing some, and the majority of those 16 cables were 300 feet long. Going down, up and down different levels, through different floors. We had to get a scissor lift, pull through conduit, free air. It was a total nightmare. I was on this job site for about 18 hours on Friday. And it was just the cabling. And then this is just a couple pictures of our work, or my work. So I put in 60 new cables. We tested. I don't know if I have the labels on there. I don't. But we tested, labeled, did all that type stuff, and it was very hard getting home. I was pretty tired driving back. And here's my little brother downstairs in the basement right now. Jeff, good morning. Hey Cody, have you heard about anything of the unified doorbell with the fingerprint reader? So no, the only thing I have seen is that one Lone Wolf DIY's video or something like that. YouTube Premium, awesome, from Denmark. Good morning, or good evening. Saw the update icon and I updated 5 with no issues so far. I haven't had any issues with the new Unify firmware update. It's been great. No, so the maximum distance, hold on, let's see. Meters to feet. So you could go for cabling, for like Cat 6 cabling, Cat 5e, whatever, you could go 100 meters, so 328 feet. So we didn't hit that limit. We were very close. And they didn't want to add any switches. My uncle's run cable 450 feet before, and it still works. I mean, it's not certified, but it will still work. Yeah, there's quite a few new features with the new update, and I'm probably going to do another video on it. Okay, so on the jobs like that, do you have to eat the cost since you quoted, or did you get paid? So what I did in this quote, and I've worked for this company before a couple times, or a time or two, yeah. And anyway, so for this quote, what I did is we couldn't get into all the places that I needed to, like the ceilings and all that, because they were super high up, and I didn't have a lift at the time. So, phone's ringing. So what I did on the quote, I said, if we can't use existing cabling, you'll be charged, whatever. For new cable runs, what else did we put in there? If we needed a scissor lift, they'd be charged for that. So we covered ourselves. So it ended up, for me, money-wise, being very good. But it was a lot of work as well. Let's see. Stella, greetings from Germany. UI available in Europe is a nightmare. So the availability for products isn't. I'm in Canada, and the products, I mean, they're always sold out. If we look here, the Dream Machine sold out constantly. Pretty much any switch that I need is sold out. All their Wi-Fi access points are sold out. So yeah, it's a problem everywhere right now. Yeah, Crosstalk's video on the doorbell was funny. It was pretty funny. I didn't even think about doing a video on that. Yeah, I didn't want to get. I don't know. I thought Chris did a great job on it, and he did a way better job than I would do at explaining what was going on and kind of the background of what he thought. It's all kind of like conspiracy stuff, but it was pretty funny. Do you know if they plan on adding WireGuard VPN? I don't know. They might look in. You could look in different firmware levels, like beta and stuff like that, to see what's coming out. Maybe. Yeah, so if I wouldn't have put that stuff in the quote originally, then yeah, we would have been in trouble. I would have probably lost money on that. The lift wasn't cheap. I think it was about $850 for the day. Virgil, how's it going? Yeah, so that's always things you need to think about when you're doing these jobs, because even the cabling cost, when we're quoting on a standard cable run, you're like 125 feet. That's usually a standard cable run. This was double the standard. Plus it's plenum cable. The box of cable here for Cat 6 plenum is about $300 Canadian. So it gets pretty pricey. Do you set your radio powers? I leave mine on auto. Unless, you know, we do a actual heat map scan and we see that we need to, you know, bump it up to medium or high or whatever. Let's see. So Willie did a video on this as well, or not the full release. He just did a video on the lock the client. Pretty easy to do. I want to do another video more in depth because I had people asking me, what if that access point goes offline or dies? Will it switch to another one? So we'll end up testing that. And I think I want to do some more about the traffic rules because the traffic rules kind of seem good or cool. This add create Wi-Fi toast when adopting. I don't know what that means. Is that just like a little chime that goes off? That's kind of what I think it is when adopting AP without existing Wi-Fi. Hey, good morning. Greetings from Romania. Any ideas? I have no idea when that, because it's still an EA. We don't have any insight to that. Do you know the difference between AP groups and the new lock? So it's just locking a client to the access point, to the specific access point. AP groups is for putting in SSIDs for certain access points. Yeah, I'll show you the crosstalk video. Oh, he's right there. Chris, where was it? Pause. Here is his video. I thought it was really well done and it was kind of funny. We were talking about it in his Discord before he did this video. So Aruba Instant On have traffic. Oh, do they? So I have a couple Aruba access points, but I haven't looked into that. They're actually needing the switch back, so maybe I'll try to get that done before I have to send it back. DTech, it's going well, thank you. I have a single IP attacking SIP registrations on my PPX. I dropped all WAN in the IP on the USG, but it's still getting in. Is there an issue with that? Possibly. So when you're doing are you doing port forward rules? If you're doing a port forward rule to pass whatever you need to pass for the SIP registration, oh, sorry, I got a message from YouTube. Are you specifying a specific IP of your SIP server, or are you allowing it to come from anywhere? Locking to AP is for when you have a device that keeps jumping. Yep. So there's a lot of people who have things like ellipticals or Peloton bikes maybe, that they keep jumping to different access points when they have an access point right beside them. So that would be a good use case for it for your phone. I would never lock my phone to an access point. You just deployed a UDM Pro. It's pretty good. It's getting better. I mean, lots of people know that I like the Ubiquiti line. I like the UDM Pro, but I still like PFSense and everything too. Oh, congrats on getting a new job. That's wicked. Oh, so you're doing Unify. Oh, cool. Awesome. So it's like an IT type role? That's wicked. I didn't even know that's what you did. That's great. So Gordon, if you looked at my video, you could update it through the SSH. So what you have to do, so this person here posted the script that you have to run. So you need to SSH into your UDM Pro, and then you type in unify-os-shell or space shell, and then just copy and paste this in, and it will update it on its own. Portal with certificate. What certificate are you talking about? Like an SSL cert? You see, what was your last question? Oh, you didn't ask about that. I could try to talk about the SSL certs. I think Willie Howe has a video on SSL certs for it. I can't wait till they standardize on the one interface as well. They seem to be coming out with a lot more for the new user interface, which is great. Yeah, the SSH works really quick. I still don't see the I have another UDM Pro just for lab, and I don't see the update for it yet. Okay, yeah, maybe I've had a lot of people ask me about SSL, and I'm kind of running out of ideas to do for Ubiquiti right now because I don't have. There's not a lot of new gear that I have. Is the update stable? The update's been stable for me, but will it be stable for you? I'm not too sure. What I do, really, I'll look at these forums or whatever, this release, and see what issues people are having before I push it out to my clients, and I'll do testing myself. Mr. V, how's it going? There's 78 of you here and only 15 likes. If you guys could hit that like button, that'd be greatly appreciated. We got some Twitter notifications. Let's just exit out of there. What else was I going to talk about? Let's go down some more of this list, actually. I don't know what else looks cool. I mean, the traffic rules is great. The specific doing that is awesome. Somebody said on the comments that you could test the WAN failover without unplugging anything. So you could see, I guess, the throughput of your secondary WAN or do some tests within the new user interface for that. So I'm going to plug in my secondary ISP into my UDM Pro and see what we could do with it. P. Foster, good morning. David, morning. Oh, you're having issues with it. I haven't had any issues with this new update, no. But then again, I haven't. This is just for my house. I kind of want to test the VPN settings. I don't know. And then they have a crap ton of bug fixes. Trying to see, they have something with Tor. So they have LT DNS entries over 1.1.1.1. Yeah, there seems to be, I haven't gone through all of these yet. When I released the video, I saw that it came out that day or the day after I was supposed to release a real link video, real link camera, but this kind of took over from that, and my Ubiquiti stuff usually does a lot better anyway. Did I miss somebody tipping? Somebody, oh, there we go. I saw something on the chat revenue on the side, and I didn't see it. New Yorker, thank you for the or $9.99. I appreciate it. Great content. It got me into DIY prosumer. Recommendation on worm scanning. Yeah, that's kind of hard. So also content on various network strategies would be plus. Yeah, I could get into the network security side of things. What was I using? I was using Huntress Labs. And what the heck was the other one I was using? Huntress. What the heck was the other one? I know I have Huntress as an EDR solution. I think my heat is on. Chantel, if you're still in here, can you turn the heat off? It's boiling. EDR solution. The Windows built-in is actually pretty good as well. Like Windows Defender is pretty good. But thank you for the $10. That I really appreciate it. That turns to $12.56 my money. Hello from Ireland, Declan. How's it going? Yeah, but network security, I might think about. The thing with network security, I could touch on. The thing with the H word, I don't even want to post it. A lot of the times it could get you demonetized, so that's why I don't do a lot of videos on it. Did UI get that new sticker fixed on the old camera? Which one? Did UI get that new sticker? I'm not too sure which one you're talking about there. Good morning. Quick question about the Unify G4 doorbell. Do you know if the Unify G is... Well, so I have it. I'm about 6 hours from Ottawa, and it works fine for me. I haven't had any issues with disconnects. I mean, I did have issues with disconnects, but that was a firmware update. But for the cold weather, it's been perfectly fine. I'm managing 3x UDM Pro with the latest update and didn't have any issues. Before I had only the problem with an old IP. Oh, cool. Yeah. I haven't pushed out the new update to anybody yet. 2 gigabit on the UDM Pro normal. Is that low for a router firewall? I have a USG now, but I would... what do you mean by 2 gigabit? Like the how much traffic it could pass? I think the UDM Pro, can it not pass 6? Let me see. I forget the actual specs on it. Does it not tell you? Instructions, products. Okay, here we go. Oh, it has a 3.5 gigabit throughput with IDS and IPS put on. I mean, it depends what you do with it. If you need more than that, you'll have to go with a bigger box for sure. Oh, 2 gigabits RAM. Yeah, it should be fine. I haven't had any issues. It depends on the amount of clients you have on it, as well as the amount of access points, switches, you know, so on and so forth. In your last stream, you showed a camera on... Oh, this. Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about now. No, they haven't switched it. They haven't. And it's on the American one, too. It's the G3 Micro. I mean, unless it's... No, it's not new. This camera's been out forever. Unless they did something new with it. But I mean, I don't think so. That's why I don't know why they have a new sticker put on, or a tag there. Because that's going to confuse people. And they're going to... Well, it's sold out right now. I mean, there you go. And it is a Wi-Fi camera, but you still have to plug it in. It will have like a, you know, one of those magnet disconnects to power it. It really depends about what you're using it for. The SE, I don't really know about the SE just because it's on EA. I would just go into Ubiquiti and look at the specs and what you need. Like if this is for a home, you probably don't need something super powerful. If you run IDEA, yes, it does slow down, but it's still, I mean, I don't notice any latency with it. I only use the old GUI, but my UDM base automatically switched back to the new. Do you know how to switch it back? It's pretty straight. You just need to go into user interface and disable it. Really? It should show up. Want to make... Okay, I gotta log out here. There we go. What the heck? I thought it was on here the other day. Yeah, it's not even on here. I wonder why they're pushing that in Canada. Maybe because we can't get anything else? Like you have... Oh no, I guess these are the 2 cameras that I need right now and I can't get any of them. Alonzo, how's it going? Good morning. David, good morning. The easiest way to install a cert for your controllers to install follow Let's Encrypt script. You can find links on the forum. Cool. So it's, yeah, I've seen other people's scripts as well for it. I just haven't done it. I don't know if after you do a reboot of your UDM Pro, if it just, you have to rerun that. Yeah, that's weird that that camera's not showing up. I wonder, we should be able to search it. G3 Micro? Oh, it's not even, that's what it was called, right? It's the G3 Micro. G3, yeah, it's not showing up on the US store at all. That's weird. Doesn't matter. I mean, every single camera sold out anyway. It's insane. Manuel, good morning. Have you seen that? I've seen that video. Yep. I haven't played with the UDR because it's an EA, and even if I did, I wouldn't be able to talk about it. I do have a thoughts video on their video. So what we're allowed to do, if they release something on their YouTube channel, I could tell you what my thoughts about it are, and that's pretty much it. Let's see, I'll give you that video. How the heck is it? Here we go. Oop. That's my thoughts video of the UDR of what I've seen so far. Probably just a glitch on their end. Yeah, I assume so. Yep. Yeah, I don't know why it would put, but I think they're really going to be trying to push the new user interface soon. So you should try to get comfortable with it a little bit. The one thing that I really hate about the new user interface is the firewall rules. Every time you do a rule, it pushes you back, and it just takes so much longer. John, good morning. The micro has been gone from the US. Yeah, it's strange. I need to ask them why it's showing on Canadian new. It's very weird. On the UDM Pro, can I assign 8 static IPs, 1 to each physical interface? No, you cannot. You have to do it on their WAN port. Are you trying to? Okay, so I want to feed 8 separate offices with their own static IP. Yeah, I don't know how you would do that. Would you be able to do that? Are you trying to do like you're probably trying to do like some policy-based routing, which isn't supported on the UDM right now. I have used OpenSense, and I did a video on it. Or I've done a couple. So I did this getting started with OpenSense. I'd probably just skip that one and go with this one. This is the small business setup for OpenSense. It's kind of like all my other small businesses setups. We create some VLANs, create some networks, firewall rules, yada yada yada. For Unify talk, I'm not in the US. I'm in Cambodia. Is it possible to use? You could probably do internal. Yeah, but I think how they set it up, you need to have a SIP server, and then you have to enter your 911 information. You could always go through and buy a third-party SIP, SIP trunk, and then set it up that way. No questions are stupid. Don't worry. So if I have if I have the Dream Machine Pro, can I still use my other wireless router for Wi-Fi until I purchase the Ubiquiti switch? So the UDM Pro doesn't broadcast Wi-Fi anyway. The base UDM does. So yes, you could. Kyle, I already answered that, and yes, I have. Yep. It looks interesting, but I can't really say any more about that. I still haven't done anything with this. My my NetGate's plugged in. I haven't plugged in the WAN connection to it yet. My Synology is just kind of sitting there doing nothing right now, which I do need to get some videos on. I have this Reolink video uploaded, but I realized, oops, where the heck is it? I may change this thumbnail, but I realized, so this is the Reolink Argus 3 Pro Wi-Fi camera. I have it working right now. It's okay. I noticed some ghosting issues when the night vision was on. I will probably publish this tomorrow or Tuesday, but I need to redo the, I go through like a spec sheet. So the spec sheet that I was talking about on the video was the Reolink Argus 3. I didn't realize they had an Argus 3 and Argus 3 Pro. So now I need to re-edit it, do a video just do a section of the video with the Argus 3 Pro specs on it. So that kind of sucked that I have to re-record a bit of it. Yeah, I mean, it looks cool. But yeah, I just can't say anything. I hope it's real. I assume it is. I don't know why they would. The way they're kind of trying to publish things is a little weird. I suggest watching Crosstalk video on it. I don't know if he actually listed the name of it though. He probably didn't list the name when he was doing the video. It was kind of just a trying to figure out what's going on. Yeah, right here. Protect G4 Pro reaction. I'll post it in the chat one more time. His thoughts are pretty much my thoughts on it. Albert, thank you for the 10 pounds. I always get that confused, but I appreciate it. I know the UDM Pro doesn't broadcast Wi-Fi. I'm planning on getting a 24-port PoE, but will I still be able to use my old router just for Wi-Fi until? Yeah, why not? Absolutely. I mean, as long as your old router, let me think. You might, depending on your router, you might be able to just put it in access point mode. Why pfSense Netgate is better than the UDM Pro? Well, it really depends on what you're trying to do with it. The pfSense is a lot more, you have a lot more features with it. The firewall's a bit stronger on it. You could do policy-based routing, and a bunch of other stuff. So you could have, you could load packages into it. So you could have Snort, which is an IDS. And there's just so much, and their VPNs are more stable. So it really depends. If you're using it for like a medium-sized business, I would probably go with a Netgate. You could have double NAT. You could have double NAT. I would, yeah, it's hard to say. You could have double NAT, and usually if you're gonna get Ubiquiti access points, once you install the Unify APs, I would disable the other access points. Yeah, most routers you could put in access point mode. Typically. How long have I been going here? Oh, we've only been going 36 minutes. So this week coming up, Tuesday, I'm doing a cutover. Finally, this will be my last time doing this Wi-Fi 6 LR job. We're doing a cutover 9 p.m. on Tuesday. I'll be working probably until, I don't know, 3 in the morning or something like that. And then on Wednesday, I have to go and do a job at 10 in the morning. So I won't get much sleep that day. Just to finish terminating some cables at this hospital, or not hospital, medical office. Thursday, more remote configurations. Friday, I don't think I have anything yet, and I might keep it that way. So I could get some more videos out. I do have a backlog of videos, but it's kind of things that I'm not overly excited for to do. I really like doing Ubiquiti stuff, and everybody knows that, but the Synology stuff I'm excited to do, so I need to get that back in the line. We need to start doing more of the Grandstream stuff, because I only released the one video on Grandstream, and a bunch of people have been asking. Let's see, do I have any other TikToks or anything like that? I don't even know if I'm logged in here, am I? No, I'm not. I was going to do TikTok lives once a week too, but I don't know if I'm going to do that. Oh, heck. Weird. Oh, well, whatever. I don't think I'm going to do that. I feel like it would be very awkward holding a phone in front of my face and just reading the chat, where I can't like do some searches and, you know, show you guys things on my screen. Where was I saying? I didn't even mention anything about TP-Link. TP-Link is decent. I mean, their switches are fine. LR, yes, no, it comes with no adapter. It comes with no adapter, so you need to either have a PoE switch or buy a separate adapter. Don't burn myself out. Well, the problem with that is I need you got to take you need to take the work while it's here. Yeah, or I just need to hire somebody else. I migrated my UDM Pro to the SE this weekend and hosted and it hosed the top. Oh, well, that's too bad. I wonder why that would have happened. Usually, I even when I'm trying to move away from like even UDM to UDM, most of the times I just rebuild the config. Typically, I find it easier than migrating, even though migrating is like a click of a button. I just find that the migrations don't always work too well. I still need to do videos on the Unify Talk phones, but they haven't released Unify Talk in Canada yet. I could always do like a spec review of these phones, but I don't know. I haven't even unboxed this little phone Flex yet. But for $29, that's not a bad phone. I mean, that's pretty cheap for a VoIP phone. And then these phones are a little more expensive, but the screens you get on them are huge. Yeah, maybe. I guess I could tell people on TikTok to come watch my my live streams on YouTube. I have gotten a few jobs through TikTok, which is actually pretty good. I saw you have an open. No, I'm not really concerned about humidity and dust. Really, because even I've seen with closed racks, you still get dust and humidity. Unless you have a bunch of fans in there. Did anyone have experience with the LT Rocket omnidirectional or closed range? I haven't used that one yet. Nope. Oh, the existing talk subscription didn't. Oh, that sucks. I'm working with somebody who has about 80 phones for talk, and we're having some issues. Have you done anything with the boot scripts from Boot Chicken? I've seen it, but I haven't done anything with it. No. No, I was planning on doing something. I have a base UDM up there, and I was planning on doing something with the Boot Chicken or the Boost. I don't know why I say Boot. The Boost Chicken scripts, but I just never got around to it. I don't know how many people would find that useful either. So the all white lights, that's even on their new switch. Whoops, I don't want to go to community. That's even on their new switches. So for instance, like the switch, this one right here, the Flex XG. I think it's on the Switch Pro aggregation. I forget. It's on this switch, the Enterprise, and it's on the, well, I don't have the XG version of it, but I have the Enterprise, and it's all white lights. It's a little bit different. I do like the white light look, but I like when it shows an amber connection or green, amber for, 100 meg and then green for a gig. And if it was white for 10 gig, that would make sense to me. But I don't know why they took that away. It's a little odd. Oops. What else was I going to do videos on? I should probably just write it down on my whiteboard. I still have these point-to-point antennas from TP-Link. It would just be pointing them at each other in my backyard or in my office. So it wouldn't be much of a video. Absolutely. So will you buy the UDR when they release it? I pretty much will buy anything new that they release that isn't over like $3,000. Yes, and for PoE, yes, amber lights for PoE. I do not. So do you know the reasons for the 420 millimeter and 620 air bridges? I don't use a lot of the point to point or point to multi-point things or antennas. We just don't get a lot of jobs for it. I've heard good things about this. Yep. But are the U6 LRs in stock in Canada? Now that's a different. I just bought 8 of them. Probably not. No. Darn it. So if you need a U6 LR and you're in the United States, they're in stock. $179. Users said, oh, that's cool. Yeah, so I can't wait to play with it. I hope they release the 2 new, Unify consoles shortly. I don't know if at that time if I should do a full new build series. I forget the last time I released a like a start to finish UDM Pro. Crosstalk Solutions just did one. He did it. I don't know what's a better way to do it. He did his in sections. So like he did a video on just doing VLANs and then creating Wi-Fi and then doing firewall rules. So he did a bunch of separate videos, whereas I just kind of do it all in one. It's a longer video. I'm not sure if that's a better way to do it. I don't remember the last time he did that. UDM Pro. My thoughts. Let's see. Updating. I don't know if that's my last video, is it? That seems like a long time ago. September 28th, 2020. I think I did a video before that. Full. Let's see. Full. It's still pretty much the same. Maybe that was the last video I did. Oh, no, you know what? It would be small office, probably. Small office. Nope. The only difference really would be the configuration through the new user interface, and now that they've added traffic rules. Yeah, I don't understand that either. The cost either. Nope. Is it tough to install Ethernet wall jacks on ranch main floor? So I'm not really sure what the ranch style is. I have people tell me that all the time. If your house is finished, it's always more difficult to run cables for sure. Anything about Unify controller? Well, I'm not too sure what you mean about that. The Switch Enterprise 8 PoE is expensive for a small one. Yes, it is. That's what I had a lot of people mentioning on the video that I did, that it was fairly expensive. Where is it? This one right here. So it's let's see how much that is Canadian. US to Canadian. $479. Whoops, I did that wrong. $479. So it's $601 Canadian for this Switch, which is pretty pricey. So you have 8, let's see what you have. 8 PoE ports, you know, layer 3, 2.5 gig interfaces. Yeah, it's pretty pricey. The problem with putting another firewall in front of the UDM Pro, you're going to have double NAT, and you're going to have to do, if you need to port forward anything, you need to do double port forwarding. I would just use one firewall. People ask me all the time about, same thing with pfSense. Can I put the pfSense and then the UDM Pro? I don't recommend it. Oh, I get what you mean. I'm not too sure about that. I've seen what you mean, or for the control, but I haven't, I don't know what it is. I try to stay away from running cables in houses now. It's a nightmare. It's not really worth my time, or it's not worth the money. And in houses, usually the owners don't want to pay the type of money that I would have to charge to get the cable runs done. TP-Link ER, I'm not too sure if I've seen that one. Sergi, how's it going? Let me see what that one is. Is this a new model? They keep renaming their models, so it's a little... I mean, it depends. The standalone TP-Link firewall is pretty good. In Amada, they take quite a bit out of it. But I still probably would go with the UDM Pro. Yeah, so the UDM Pro does have a firewall built in. Yep. It's just, you're making double the work for yourself, unless there's a certain reason that you need something. If you needed a pfSense, then just use the pfSense. Looking at getting the Unify, yes, I do recommend it. That's what this computer is running off of right now. It's behind my desk. It's great. I love it. It's a nice looking switch. Compared to what these switches used to look like, I think the metal one... Do they even have a 16 port? Well, so that's a full rack mount that they have there. These ones aren't a full rack mount, the one that you're talking about, this one right here. But it still mounts to your wall nice, and it's great. So you have your first, I think it's the first 8 ports that are PoE. Yeah, and it's awesome. It's a great little switch. You love my 4K videos. Thank you. Yeah, 4K is... the problem with filming in 4K, it takes a long time to render. I just bought a 4K monitor as well, so that I could kind of see what other people are seeing when they're watching on 4K. I'm going to stick around for probably another 10 minutes and then get out of here. I do have some work to do today. I was going to do another video on what, like, my toolkit, kind of what I use on site for jobs. I did one a little while ago, but I have added to it since. Network tool. So I did a must-have networking tool. It's probably going to be the majority of what's in this video, but then we'll be adding a couple other things. We'll be adding a new wire map tester, probably a new toner. I forget what else new I have. I have a couple new tools, just these labelers, how I label and things like that. I think people like to see this, and I was only doing this in high definition, so this time it could be in 4K. And I may show you how to terminate cables. I like the new rack. Yep. So it depends on what you need in your place. Like, do you need a full 42U, or I think it's 42U rack, or do you need less than that? It really depends. I like having cabinets on the wall just because they're out of the way, but then if it's in a place that you're going to smack your head off it, I'd probably just do a full rack. What else did I do videos on? We did the video on, I think I talked about this last live stream actually. Oh, disable that. So the toolless rack, I think that looks cool. I wish it was more than 6U, but they're only doing 6U for it, so that kind of sucks. And it's a rack, it's not a wall mount, so it would be nice if they had an option where you could wall mount that. And then I did the video on the huge, Unify network update, which is done pretty well, 16,000 views. This update is one of the bigger ones. What I'm waiting for is PPPoE to be fixed, because right now it still isn't. Yes, NetSpot video. I've been meaning to do a video on NetSpot. That's true. I should do a video on that. The 16-port flex switch is nice. Installed one of the parents. Awesome. Yeah, it is. They're great switches. If you aren't using the through wire ends, you are missing out. So the problem with the pass-through ones, if you put those outside and you're not putting caps on them, so there's, I forget what the brand's called, Easy something, Easy RJ45, 45. Oh, I'm not typing. Crap. Easy-45 Pro. Was this me? No, that's not me. I don't know who it's by. I forget. Anyway, they make these ones that are meant for those pass through, but you put a cap on it. Because if you don't put a cap on it and you put it outside, probably gonna get moisture and it's probably gonna blow your PoE port. Will Unify update for the phone app to scan ports with mobile? What do you mean by scanning the ports? You mean like the augmented reality? Nick, how's it going? What do I think about it? Well, I can't really talk about it, but I do have a video on that. My thoughts on it. I think it's cool. Can't wait to test it out. Yeah, I think it's gonna be a really wicked release, and I'm excited. So once it does come out and I get my hands on it, that's something that I'll probably install at my mom's. She's been wanting me to put cameras on her house for a while, and I think that would be the perfect little, kit that she could do it with. Yeah, but the pass-through, who are they? I'm trying to think of who does these pass-through cables. I have a ton of them. I just forget where I put them, and I don't know if I have a picture. Oh yeah, right here. Simply 45, that's who does it. Let's look them up. Simply 45 Pro Series. So they have this built-in cap. They're this like pinkish red color, and then they have this cap to protect the copper, the ends of the copper. You probably want to do it with their tool. I've found with other tools it doesn't cut it off flush, and the copper's still showing a bit. But this, if you're putting any of these pass-through outside, that's what you want to use. And I don't actually know where you could buy them. I'm not too sure if you could buy them on Amazon or not. Simply 45 Pro. Why did that not pull up? 45 Pro RJ45? Yeah, it's not showing here. I have no idea where you would get those from. I'll see, maybe they could provide me with the link to get them. Will be popular for those. Oh, cool. Wicked. I'm glad you like it. I hope to get it soon. Should I install 6.5? Does it worth it? Sorry, you probably a switch. So it depends. It's working well for me right now. I think it has a lot of cool features and it fixes a lot of bugs. For me, I would update it. Oh, just for home use. Yeah. So for inside, yeah, the pass-throughs work great. I use pass-through. I use non-pass-through, and I usually always put boots on it. RJ45 boots. I did try a couple of these rubber ones. I didn't like those at all. I usually put on these clear boots. Like something like this. Actually, that's exactly what I have. These clear boots, it just makes the cable look a lot nicer. You don't need to have these; it's not required. It just makes it look a little better. What else? Oh, and one other thing I bought. I just bought this. It's not networking related at all, but I bought a Xbox Series X. So now I have the PlayStation 5. I got the Xbox Series X. I got a PC, and I don't have any time to game. I was thinking about maybe doing like on Friday nights or something like that, doing a community game night where I play, Xbox, PlayStation, PC with subscribers of the channel. I don't know if I'll do that or not. I think it would be kind of fun. Halo's coming out. I really love Halo, so that's why I bought the Series X, even though I could have played it on my PC. Hey Cody, in Unify network, is it possible to separate SSIDs with different VLANs? Yes, it is. If you're not seeing the update for the UDM Pro, then you only can do it through SSH. I was thinking it was another. No, I didn't buy another guitar. Nope. William, thank you very much for the $20. I very much appreciate it. Thank you for all your tutorials. No problem. I love making them. Now it's just now that I'm busy, it's finding the time. One other thing I did try is Untangle. I put it on my Protectly, but for some reason the WAN port won't activate. It's just not working. I don't know if it's the Protectly or if I did something wrong in the config. So I got to figure that out before we can make some videos. Which should be, I'll have some videos on it soon. But yes, on the guitars, 3 guitars back there. I probably shouldn't buy any more. Recommendations on Unify for game consoles. I have an Xbox One that it's on its own. So I probably wouldn't turn on UPnP, but I mean, you could specify UPnP per network. So if you needed to do it, create a separate, you'd probably want your Xbox or PlayStations or whatever on a IoT network. And then you could just tell UPnP to be open for that network. Yeah, so the game night thing is kind of something I'm thinking about. I don't know if it's the right community for it. I mean, a lot of tech people do play games and things like that. I think it would just be something fun to, get to know some of the subscribers better and, just hang out on a Friday night. We would do it if I was doing it like a live stream. It would be separate from this channel. I'd probably do it like Mac Telecom Games or something like that, and see what we could do there. A couple more questions, and then I am gonna get out of here for the day, and we'll be back live next week. So they did come out with some new UA Hub firmware. What else did they do? And then I thought, yeah, so another Unify access. I think I was started a Unify access series, and I haven't finished it yet. They're starting to come out with some really cool stuff for Unify access. So I think I should do some more videos on it. And then specifically about hooking up Unify access to fire alarm panels, or at least to the fire alarm relay. I think that would make for a good video, and there's not a lot about it. So I'll probably add that in. I'll give it another minute. If there's no more questions, we're going to end the live stream for the day. Oops. Exit that. TP-Link did come out with some new 2.5 gig Ethernet interface or switches. So if I could get my hands on that, I might do a video on it as well. And once Ubiquiti comes out with some new stuff, then we'll release that. I contacted Supermicro. I'm trying to get a server. I probably will have to buy one, but I contacted them to see, you know, if they would send out a server. I think that would be wicked to do some videos on that as well. Ample ITS, good morning. Appreciate your videos you put out. Yep, no problem. All right, with that, there's not too many more questions. I'm going to end it for today. Thank you for everybody who came by. I appreciate it. Thank you for all the tips. I appreciate that as well. I will see you next Sunday at 11 a.m. Eastern, and watch out for some videos this week. Everybody have a good day and take care.